We're starting off hot, but all right. Welcome to our next. We haven't really given it a name yet, Garrett.
The Main Stage Improv Podcast. Israel?
That's very long. From the main stage. We'll go with that for now. We're in the Tinley Park Performing Arts Center, the big theater stage behind us. I'm Israel. I'm the host tonight, and of course with Garrett here. And tonight our special guest is Heather. So Heather is a Main Stage board member as well as a Main Stage student. A number of classes, right, Heather?
Yeah, and improviser, full-time improviser, but she started out as a student. So.
Well noted. Thank you, Garrett. So we are here tonight. We're going to have the practice for the Christmas show tonight, getting ready for the big December 14th Christmas show. It's going to be right here. Give us a little debrief on that, Garrett.
We have Santa himself, not this guy, but the real Santa, going to be here in the show as himself, playing sketches and some improv. And afterwards, you, the studio audience here, can get free pictures with Santa. And I'm telling you, he's legit. You'll see him this Thursday for the Thanksgiving parade. And if you were at the Magnificent Mile parade this past Saturday, he was the Santa in that parade. So the real deal.
Yeah, he is a great Santa. Heather, who's your favorite Santa Claus?
No pressure.
No, I'm kidding. Well, yeah, go ahead. Let's improv that question, Heather.
Adam.
Adam. Well, that's an even better answer. So, Heather, how long have you been involved with improv?
It'll be about a year. Right? Like January, I think I started.
Actually, no, you started, it's about 14 to 15 months. You started back in September of last year.
Yep. I always want to say it's January.
I know.
Because I made it my New Year's resolution to try something new.
You know, and the funny thing is, though, it does seem like just yesterday. So there's this weird time warp thing where Israel's been improving since last January, but it just seems like I've known
it'll be 2 years in January. Yeah,
2 years in January. So, but either way, I mean, it feels like I've known him forever, and it feels like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did know each other a long time ago.
I know, exactly. That's true.
So, Heather, what made you want to get involved? How did you end up taking a class with improv?
I wanted to try something new, New Year's resolution. I wanted to get more laughter in my life and have a little bit more fun, be creative.
And how did you find Garrett?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I just
slid down a chimney and
one Christmas morning, I was putting presents by the tree. You told me that you just looked in the Orland,
Yes.
I don't even know what
Park
they call
District,
it.
Park District flyer.
Yeah.
And so I was looking to try something new. I didn't want to paint or, I don't know. And so this seemed like it would be a lot of fun. And yeah, and I just needed to get more laughter in my life. So I was like, let's try this.
Talk about what it was like walking into that first class.
Well, I mean, I'm open for anything. So
You were ready to go?
I'm not typically.
You weren't nervous at all?
No, I'm not a nervous person. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was curious about what other people would be there, right? Like, what were going to be the age groups? Would there be anybody my age? Was I going to be?
What are the kind of weirdos are going to take an improv class?
I'm going to be among my peers. Will there be any women? Will it be all men? Will it be all teenagers? No. So I was just more curious regarding that. But overall, it was just so much fun. First class, right out of the gate, so much fun.
And I'm going to say, too, like, when Heather came through those doors for the first class, though, one thing, and it's true still today, is, like, she brings, like, this great enthusiasm. I'd explain an exercise. She'd sometimes laugh and say, I love it, and then everybody would do it. And when you have a student that vocally is on board, it does kind of seed the students to having fun. And Heather's right, like, you don't know what you're going to come and find in terms of the group of people. I've had classes where we had two 20-year-olds, two 30-year-olds, two 40-year-olds, two 50-year-olds, two 60-year-olds, and then from different backgrounds, and they all blend well and become friends. And sometimes I've had it where it's like 10 women and 2 guys, and or I like it when it's balanced, like 6 and 6, but it doesn't matter because every team is different, like a Rubik's cube. It finds the tumblers fall in place and people become friends.
Well, and I think when Garrett explains how to do something, he's showing you, he's kind of like doing it first, and so then it's really easy to follow that. And then the minute people start laughing within the first 10 minutes, it's just everything's fun from there, right? Like,
how about did you feel nervous at all, or how did you feel different when you're getting out in front of audience?
I didn't feel any difference. I don't feel nervous. I don't want to say like I feel fine. I could tell some of my classmates were nervous.
Yeah. Is there anything you do to like prepare to go on stage? Just kind of hang out, wait for Garrett to tell you what to do.
I think get on stage,
be funny, damn it.
And she's ready to go. But actually, I will say that about the two of you guys is I can put you guys in different positions on stage. That sounds weird, and it's good no matter what. I'm gonna put people in positions to have success on stage, but you guys usually are revved up to go, and I could tell like Heather has a similar before show feeling backstage. Like one of my castmates, Mike McCauley, where they kind of lose kind of ribbon with people and stuff, and kind of revved up, and it's palatable. So like, oh, she's good to go. And Israel, you're usually pretty good. And half the time you're setting up tech nowadays, but like I never have to worry about you. It's not like I give you a cup and saucer and you're like, where am I? You're pretty.
I shake those off by the time the curtain opens.
You're pretty calm, cool, and collect. But it is true, like people experience a live audience or the stage in different ways, and sometimes a little bit of nervous energy is good. Like you can harness that to like go bonkers on stage.
So talk. Go
I
ahead.
do want to say, like, I wasn't aware of the audience because it was never, for me, improv is not about the audience. It's about just playing with you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're just going to have fun and joke around. And it's so much fun doing that anything that happens in the audience is secondary. Like, I really don't typically pay attention to the audience. Because I'm having so much fun.
Yeah. And when we did our first show at that other Orland building, it was great because I know just the thought of, all right, we're going to have an audience this time for the first time. Like, I always get a level of nerves before a show. But when you get up, and same here, same at curtain call, once you're on stage, you see maybe feet. It's usually not much of the audience.
Yeah.
And that like made me feel a lot better too.
I have to say this, like I know she's not just like saying a line here. I remember Heather. Heather is a leader. You're a leader in class, and that's the first walk off they had.
I just want to make sure
on a podcast.
We're still watching. Great story, Garrett.
Our moderator's not even watching. So you should.
Go ahead, Carrie.
Sorry, Israel had some. He ate a Taco Bell earlier. It wasn't camera ready. Well,
I had to make sure nobody was watching.
They got it. Smell-o-vision. No. With that said, I remember Heather telling her classmates in the last rehearsal. It was a show rehearsal before the show that like. I'm just playing. She literally was like saying, "I'm just gonna. My goal is to have fun with you guys and just play with you guys. I'm not worried about the audience." I remember you saying that, and that's true. Like I always tell the classes, if we have 10% of the laughs we have in class, it's gonna be a dynamite show, and so. But that is true about what Heather says. You focus on each other, and the rest will take care of itself.
So Heather, because you've been in a couple of shows now. So talk about. Some of the shows. What do you enjoy about it? What's any favorites that stick out?
Oh, that. I wasn't in the show, but I got to walk up on stage, and it was honestly one of my favorite memories of improv was the Mokina show.
Curtain Call Theater. I remember.
When I busted Israel off the stage, and I was like, I have made it, because it was really cool to.
I gave you that one. I don't know.
Yeah. It was so much fun to play, and because Israel, you could tell, was like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Totally different way.
And so it was nice to like,
blip, 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 zip, zap, zoop. I don't know where you were.
I'm not good at questions only. I am horrible at questions only, but I learned something that night, that if I can move my body during questions only, I can whoop Israel. So.
Yeah. Amen. Well said. I remember, like, there was a yellow streak down his back, and he turned tail when he was sentenced off the island. I remember that.
It was so
exactly the way I remember it.
I called him up, and his wife said he's eating raw cookie dough in a dark room, and I said, get him on the phone, and I cheered him up.
But I mean, I enjoy playing with everybody. I think life is so busy and so hectic, and it's so much fun to get up on stage and play with people and be creative. And what I tell people all the time about improv, Garrett's Improv, is that it's clean, it's sober, and there's no mean streaks, there's no butt of the jokes, there's no sarcasm. It's just this good.
We do talk about Garrett's ponytail a lot.
When he says we, he means him. That's okay. I got his back.
Collective we.
The royal we.
There is so much instant friendship that happens. Just that first group that I was in, we all still keep in contact.
Yeah.
And we become good friends because there's a certain level, like if you're going to do improv, there's a certain level of vulnerability you have to have. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. You have to be able to joke and be silly. And then you do that with a group of people, and then you just create this bond. And so it was twofold, right? Like looking for more laughter in my life, looking for a creative outlet, and then looking to try something different. And then I ended up with this whole group of friends, which is like way more than what right? Yeah. So then it's like, we're going to go do a show, and I actually enjoy the practices more than the shows because people do get stage fright, right? So like our second show, our second show was here.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody had so much stage fright. And I'm like, what's happening? You guys, it's not a big deal. And so there was some stage fright.
Well, and we talked, I think before, about the Gladiators show where you took the combination. And I think that was the first time we got to do a show together, Heather. And those are really fun because you get such a mix. People that are close, that know how to do things together. People have never worked together. Yeah. And it was just a lot of fun. What did you think about that experience?
I think one of the things that stuck out to me about that experience is that you just add more creativity into the mix, and you can riff off of each other. And it only takes you 3-5 minutes, and all of a sudden you're like instant friends.
Yeah.
And not fake friends, not phony friends. It's like, we're all just here to have fun. Wait, you're here to laugh the same way I am, and it's just this huge. And some of the people I was with on Gladiators, I see them in the audience, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to work with you again. It's instant, and it's real, and in a way, like you don't get to make those connections anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's way more than improv. If you can allow yourself to be creative and kind of like talk out loud and work out some of the kinks in a room with other people, you just have you have instant friends.
Sure.
Yeah. And
it's great.
I will say this too, I was licking my chops when we moved Gladiators from just being the main stage cast to Israel. I was at Israel's house picking up or dropping off a camera, and he said, why don't you make it your students? And so I was looking at my chops because I couldn't wait to pair up like an Israel and a Heather and a Malavika and a Heather and some other people that I'm like, these guys are really good within their classes, and you get better by working with other people.
Absolutely.
And other good people as well. So it's like I said, the combinations fall, and I just knew there'd be like comic gold. These two do a mean hitchhiker together, and that's a guessing game where they're driving a car, she's driving the car, and Israel's good with the yakuza, and it just works. So,
so Garrett, what do you think happens this year with Gladiators? You got all these other new students that have come along the past year.
Yeah.
All the old timers like Heather and I now.
yeah. The old timers.
The OGs,
so
as we like to call ourselves.
Yes,
So
not old timers.
Yeah, it's gonna be veterans versus newbies.
There you go.
It is gonna be a mix. I'm gonna reach out to some people again this year. There may be some return people, hopefully. Maybe they pair up. I've heard from Israel he wants to pair up with Heather and add a +1 for a new team called Garrett's Favorites. We'll see what happens. But what I like.
How many favorites can Garrett have?
Well, I like to say to people, you're a favorite of mine. If you want to reword that to my favorite, that's fine. But truth be told, and I say this to I loved seeing the people work together. And with the Gladiator show, you didn't stay in your groups of 3. There was four groups of 3, but I wanted to mix people up, and that's what we did. Point systems on that. And one of the reasons was because I didn't want you guys to be insular and then cliquish. I wanted you to expand your friend base as well as your improviser base. And I mean, it's funny, we talked on your other podcast.
Booking Front Porch podcast. The other podcast.
No, I actually meant the other main stage
podcast. That one too.
On the way to the Notre Dame Navy game. But nice shameless plug. But with that said, that was my favorite show of 2025 because I got to see. I'd asked people to be captains, people kind of who were like the leaders in their respective classes, and then kind of pick people. But it was so good to see kind of like today's stars, kind of.
He's talking about me, Heather.
Of course.
He refers to himself in the plural. Stars, we joke about the ponytail.
The future. I play into it way too much.
But it's true. Like I could see like people even take off a little bit more, and their confidence like cement. And to me, it does matter. Like the more you do, the more reps you get on stage. Just like being in the gym, the more reps you get, the stronger you get, and the stronger you get, the more confident you are in your abilities. And so, you're gonna always work with new people. The one thing that is always constant is change. And so, I always have a blended cast. And
speaking of change, let's quickly change the topics before we get back to talking about the Christmas show. But it is Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's a football Sunday. And we've heard Garrett is a bit of a Notre Dame fan. Garrett came back from a big Notre Dame win yesterday, and our Bears had a big win today. Yeah. So I know you'd love to give a brief on the game, but more importantly, Heather, when you tailgate or watch a football game, what is your go-to dish to make for tailgating? Improv!
I'm
two
stumped.
Turkeys right now.
I'm stumped. Yes,
turkey gravy.
I'm Butterball Hotline.
Okay.
All I'm thinking about is turkey. Turkey
Have
time.
you ever tailgated before for a football game?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
way to kick that one out of the soccer park.
Either way, it is fun, and maybe next year we will be able to do that.
Oh, the main stage suite at Notre Dame. I love it.
Speaking of which, I did do.
No.
I did do an improv workshop at.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to get a bus, a ramshackle bus like the Partridge Family, and we're going to tour the nation. So we're coming to your city. I looked for the bus with me and Israel and Heather's face spray painted on the side. But I was at Notre Dame, and they did kill Syracuse. It was 70-0, final seconds.
Holy cow.
Syracuse scored a touchdown at the very buzzer, so it was 77.
But talk about your workshop you did out there,
so
too.
Yeah, there's a program, Notre Dame Loyal, and so I gave an improv workshop to the Notre Dame Loyal ambassadors. It was my third one in I guess, the past year and a half, and they had asked me out there.
Is it like a conference going on? People can join yours as part of options? Or?
So it is just a conference for a discrete group of people on campus. So we met at one of the campus buildings before the game. They had some like a little, light breakfast spread and stuff. And the games typically will go into some icebreaker games because, so for the people who know each other, they get to know each other a little bit better, and the people who don't know each other, they get to kind of know a little bit about people. So I did actually, but I always change the games, and this time, one of the games I changed, the very first one was 2 truths and a lie.
Oh.
And I had, I don't know if I should put this on camera. I had my 2 truths and a lie, and they were really good. Can you give us 2 truths and a lie? Heather and I will see if we can unriddle you.
Wow. All right, let's see.
What do you cook for tailgaters?
Wow, I feel very, okay, 2 truths.
He's very quick.
And a lie.
This is why he's a fave. Number 1.
All right, number 1. I was born in a town of 15,000 people. Number 2, my favorite vegetable as a child was asparagus.
Yeah, he had favorite vegetables. Okay.
And this is my
For
favorite
those of you who don't have kids, let me tell you. Number 2 is the lie.
My favorite potato chip was barbecue. You should have went that one. You should have went that route. Okay,
I think I messed up the whole
Tell us
thing.
the other truth. Tell us the last truth.
I like buffalo wings.
Oh boy.
I guess we'll never know, people.
Tune in next time for the answer.
Yeah,
Hey, she couldn't give up an appetizer. And I got thrown 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, when he was a kid, his favorite vegetable was asparagus. Now it's cauliflower as an adult.
Buffalo cauliflower.
Oh, yep. Oh my God.
But we had actually a fun time with that. And so this is like the confession time. So I did one of my, these are my, you guys try to unriddle me.
He's so good at this. You're not. Don't even try. You're not going to get it. He's so good at this. He is a pro. Okay, let's go.
So these were my truths and a lie. I climbed. Oh, he knows one of these already. I climbed the Stepin Center on campus. I was paid by Notre Dame to be a butt sketch artist, and I lived in Flanner Hall. But I was just on campus with Israel, and I gave him a tour, so he knows all these, and Heather knows one of these. So, okay, you guys can discuss.
Go ahead, Heather.
No, the favorite should be the first to answer.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Say those again. You climbed the hall, or you climbed the building,
sketch artist
and you did.
And
So you
Flannery
didn't live in
Hall.
Flanner Hall. No, you didn't do the steps.
So I either climbed a building,
Yes.
I sketched butts,
Yes.
and
And
I
3 is
lived
a lie.
Yeah, 3
Okay.
is the lie. I lived in Grace Hall.
Oh,
So
that's right. We took the picture. Garrett goes, I remember this place well. Right here is my building. I lived for 4 years. And then he's like, oh no, it's that one over there.
It was kind of like that, but I pointed to the right building. We turned the corner, and I was upended. And they're identical looking buildings.
Sure, yeah.
But
Easy mistake.
But with that said, I do want to say this. It is an early Christmas, and I'm dressed as Santa as a reason. Because I'm going to give an early Christmas gift to our guest, Heather.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Heather.
Is it Garrett's favorite T-shirt?
It is. It is. Israel has to go to the
leaving. Forget this.
Oh! Main stage improv. Number 1.
And it's got
Nice,
Notre Dame
thank
on it
you.
too. So When you both, then there'll be three favorite things of mine
Yeah, then
represented.
you'll be the second number one. That's great.
I was there, but they didn't have a 1B or a 1A. So
1.1, 1.2.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure Israel will cricket cut a little A here. He'll give me the good old "good to see ya."
yeah.
Oh,
Either
boy.
way, we're in good health, and you'll get to bust it out at the first tailgate you go to next year because the season's wound down actually. Oh, the Bears got another game. Do you like eating out in cold, the frozen tundra of Soldiers Field?
No, I'm good.
Okay, me neither.
All right, Garrett, what's your favorite tailgating food? Circle back to that question.
You know what's funny is, so one of my friends, Kathleen, and her husband Chris is a friend of mine, but he does all the cooking and he does tailgaters. He did the tailgater for the Boise State game, and Eric Gill, who was one of our main stage improv cast members, he came out there and enjoyed some of the food there. But he'll put out wings, he'll put out hamburgers and stuff. But I got to tell you, yesterday we did go to a tailgater at the benefit of the Notre Dame Loyal Ambassadors. It was inside the stadium, and they had the best chili. It was like Texas chili. Because I thought, are these beans? No, it was meat, but like it was like just the right amount of spice. And so, I mean, I went back for like thirds. But that's like kind of all I ate. But so chili, I'd say, it keeps you warm inside. It's kind of yummy. But shout out to Chris James. He does a good job with his tailgaters.
My buddy Dustin makes the best tailgate wings on a pan over the grill. Well, grills them first over charcoal, then finishes them in a pan with sauce, and then back on the grill for a minute. But they're like, we wait for them at the game. That's like the go-to. But then my dip lately has been an elote dip.
Oh yeah.
Do sweet corn, mayo, all the elote stuff, and then it's a killer dip.
Well, yeah, I mean, one thing about Israel in his, I always tell people where he lives. So you process servers out there, you know where. But he lives downtown Mokina. Oh, you guys just had the parade.
Yeah, it was a big parade last night.
Yeah, it looks really good. But Israel's neighborhood puts on chili cook-offs.
Oh.
And his one neighbor is like, 3-time champion in a row. And
do you like his chili?
It's her.
Yeah, no, she does good chili.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I had I had 1 and 2 correct last year on my scorecard.
We've had up to 11 or 12 chilies.
Yeah.
Oh, when is it?
Yeah,
we
when is
usually
it?
do it. Well, we actually didn't do one this year.
Oh, so I was
We've
gonna
done
say.
5,
Yeah.
and this is the first one we missed. But we usually do it around September.
Oh.
September, beginning of October.
Right.
But
Love
we had a
chili.
live
But do you-
band. We had
do you
a
cook
band
any
one
chili?
year.
Yeah, I mean, I have a good chili.
So should you bring one?
No, I'm not going to compete.
All right, so now that we got food out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the Christmas show coming up.
Sure. This is going to be a sketch show with improv as well. And so we, just like my Second City group, we always do sketches with improv. So it has that feel of a Second City show. But I love working, this is the backstage that you guys don't hear about. I love sitting at the table or here just going up and tweaking these sketches. I have scripts that I have that people submit on the Google Drive and we hash through. And it's democratic. Whatever the best ones kind of rise to the top and get to the show. So when back my Second City days, there was a lot of fun ideas, but then we'd kind of hash it through. And if it didn't support the show being funny, even though like maybe the idea was half baked and we need it fully baked, going back to food, so we don't get dysentery or whatever, I don't know. But it makes the show better. And so we're in that creative process right now where there's a lot of good ideas, but there's only so much you can put in a 2-hour show. And so
You want to talk a little bit about the cast?
Sure.
Besides our Super Santa?
Oh yeah.
And you're number one.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You can start right. I mean, of those of us that are on the cast, you want to start right here? Who would that? Oh, Heather, are you?
Well, that was because Israel came to me and he whispered in my ear, he's like, you don't really need Heather, you just got me. And I said, how can you do? He goes, I could do hitchhiker, I could drive and,
That's
and
right.
give the
Solo
quiz.
motorcycle hitchhiker this time.
It's something where if people are cast, but a very a good cast. Madison Younglove, she's a heavy hitter. She does comedy sports, and she's very experienced. Mike McCall, who I've mentioned before, studied under Del Close. He's very experienced. He's a part of my Second City group as well. And then we have a lot of new stars like Malavika McGrail. She's also a Notre Dame alum, so go Irish. Ann and Israel. I'm going to put Israel in there. I'd say Heather, but she's not in this cast. Sadly. And wait, you got a jersey that says number 1, so you're number 1 too.
Hey, I know I'm number 1. I don't need someone telling me I'm number 1 all the time.
I'm not telling him that. He's telling me that he's number 1. So, as you can see, we're on a very mature improv ship here. I did hear somebody knocking at the door. It's probably
They went away. They're
probably somebody
fine.
early for practice. But we have some experienced cast members and some new ones.
Hey, you keep talking. I'll go get Logan.
It's a very bring her on the show. With that said, it's going to be a fun show with a lot of old, new, and something in between. Jamie's in it. He's already submitted like 2 sketches.
Wow.
And you work really well with Jamie.
Oh,
he's super physical and very theatrical, and so those 2 things coming in work well. And I just love I like how people the strange glue where you have different people's style. Welcome to the podcast. One of my favorite performers and friends, Logan Rutherford. Logan, come on and take Israel's chair.
Please. Got enough of me.
Oh, tell me what you want for Christmas. Right?
You can sit there.
You're good.
You're up.
Yeah. Well, Logan, say hi to the Main Stage Improv fans out there.
Nobody currently, but
It's okay. This will get rewatched quite a bit. Are you in the scene, Israel?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Logan, you've been in Christmas shows with me before at Second City and here at Tinley Park at the Tinley Park Performing Arts Center. And tell us a story.
can I ask Logan a question?
Sure.
Logan, I saw you perform at a show on Friday night with No Limit Laughs. That was a very fun show. But there was one scene, you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yeah.
Where 2 people, one person ate a sandwich. And it was a little wild.
It was helping hand.
Oh yeah, yikes. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and it's like there's a performer and then there's one behind that person, and that person that's behind you, you have to pretend like their arms are yours, because the one in the front, the person's arms have to be in the back. So the lady came in, Mel is the customer, and she wanted a Subway sandwich. And the guy behind Rudy, it was Rudy and Brian. Brian couldn't see what he was grabbing, so Rudy had to keep saying, "No, the pepperoni. No, you got to do it like this." And he stuffs his mouth with the pepperoni. And she's like, "Oh, you're making my sandwich without gloves. Oh, that's so nice. That's so fun."
Yikes.
And then he spits it back out, but then he still puts it in the sandwich. So I'm trying to figure out what part of that sandwich they broke up when they finally finished it. Did she bite? Because they both took a bite out of the sandwich.
Was it a real sandwich?
Yes.
One of the pieces of cheese
Still
still had the plastic on it.
Oh my God.
They dropped salami on the floor. and
No,
put it back
lettuce
in.
everywhere. It was just,
Lettuce.
and she bit it, and then she was like, "Ah." I'm like,
And then Rudy, sorry, I'm gonna grab this. Rudy ends up with mayo all over the front of his
he was
shirt.
so mad. Like, "Look at my shirt. Look at my
Oh, his real shirt?
Yes,
Oh my
his real
God.
black shirt.
Because usually for helping hands, you do put a fake shirt
Yeah.
that you put the hand so it looks more
Oh,
real.
No, it was all real. This is as real as it's gonna get. This is everybody in the audience. I just kept watching their face, like,
Yep.
is she gonna eat that? I'm like, she has to apparently.
Oh,
Because she did. And he got the part of the cheese with the plastic still on
Oh.
it. And he bit it, and then he was trying to spit it out, but it was all stuck to the. And then we had to do a last game, and there was lettuce and pieces
Yeah.
of sandwich all over.
Yeah, it's been a while. Because
Oh my gosh!
I think we did that. The last time we did that was pre-COVID, And that was one of the reasons is like
Yeah.
it does screw up the stage. You can slip and
It should have been the last game.
Yeah.
Be like, we still had to play like, I like my men and women, so we all had to step in stuff to get up to.
yeah.
I mean, it was a
The
very
mayo.
funny show.
It's the mayo that got
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
The mayo. Then he squirted in his mouth.
Oh,
That's what got me.
Oh,
That-
That got me
He was
nauseous.
like, and I was like, yeah. They never practiced that, so I never saw it in that capacity.
Oh.
And I said,
Yeah.
no, because I would have. I'm one of those people. Once you
Gag.
spit it out, I'm coming with you. We're in this together.
Oh.
So it wouldn't have been no sandwich coming up. It'd been something you got to investigate. I'm just saying, it ain't gonna come up pretty.
Oh my gosh, it was a hilarious show. Like the whole night, I had so much
It
fun.
was crazy. And then George got up there. Came on the stage to
Yeah.
play Party Quirks.
And I thought it was really funny because the quirk was that he was like super into improv.
Yeah.
oh,
And so he hit all these just
He did.
they were
Freeze.
yeah.
Yeah.
He sat down. Oh, Colin Mochthery and whatever
Yeah.
on gonna be. You know, it
He
was.
said zip. Like, what?
It was very funny.
Corey was Marilyn Monroe,
oh, nice.
right?
Yeah.
She never wants it, but
Yeah.
she was Marilyn Monroe.
Logan, talk about your background. What got you into improv?
Actually, I started at Second City in like 2016. I was in the acting program, and then they wanted me to audition for a conservatory acting, but I felt like I didn't have enough experience. But I still auditioned, and when they asked me what did I do between graduate or finishing the program, acting 1 through 4, to auditioning, which was like 3 months later, I said, oh, I just been relaxing and getting ready for this, and they're like, no, cut. Because I should have been doing like acting stuff in between that I should have found on my own, but I wouldn't know that because I'm just going with the program. Like there's a gap, so I'm at home chilling. So then they said maybe you should try improv, and I'm like, no, that's dumb because you can say whatever you want. Like I'm not gonna get nothing from that. And then they like just try it. The first class they were like we were playing all these games, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I want to act. This is dumb. So then Zyla, I met Zyla.
Oh yeah.
She was in my group, and we were doing a scene, and I'm like, I didn't know what to say, so I'm like, I don't know. Here's my pet duck, and she's like, oh, does your duck like snacks? Like, no, it's a duck. They eat what they eat by the water. Like you can't feed the duck because I don't know what he eats. He knows when he's hungry, and so that's what kicked it off. And they're like, you just said whatever you want. I'm like, I don't know how to do this improv. Zip, zap, zop is as far as I was like, I got that down. But then we got to get on stage. I'm like, so we're zip zopping on stage? I'm not understanding how improv is acting. And then as I got into the program, I got obsessed. So I did like A through E, I think that's the programs.
Yeah.
And then I did the secret level, F, that only a few people, I guess few groups are privy to do. Then I did conservatory. Mm-hmm. I didn't make it the first time, so I got mad, went to IO, graduated there, and I'm like, ooh, I'm ready. So I went back to Second City, like, I'm going to knock this conservatory out the park. So I was Cardi B for my audition, and I got in. And then I forgot my second audition. My first audition was doing scene work. The second time to stay in conservatory, I was Cardi B. And I had to talk about, like, something in the world that affects me, or something that's bad, but you have to justify why it's good. So I was like, oh, I was tricking men out of their money. And I did this because men always do it to women. And it was just a bizarre story. And they were like, yeah, you're in. And so I graduated. And then I started doing like the auditions, those little groups, ensembles.
Coach ensembles. Yeah.
But I was getting picked every time. So I did like 4 or 5 back to back. And then I was like, okay, I need to take a break. Like, it's other people. You keep getting picked. So I was like, let me find something else to do. Because I got picked because I kept saying I'm the mother of dragons in my audition. They're like, who are you? I was like, I'm the mother of dragons. And they're like, what? Like, okay, yeah, you're in. I'm like, and then...
I would always say I'm the father of dragons. I got picked. They love dragons. No.
Yeah, Second City. They hate Matthew McConaughey. So if you ever audition for conservatory at Second City and you're Matthew McConaughey, that hey, that all right. Automatic dismissal from conservatory. Just a heads up.
Can you explain a little bit what conservatory is?
This is like the highest level of improv Second City. Like you do all the other levels, maybe dabbled in writing or something like that. I didn't do writing. Skip that. Because that's homework. So it's where you like, if you feel like you've done coach ensembles, you've done level A through E, maybe F, you've done like, you and your group did shows on your own and booked them, and then after like a year and a half of doing that, maybe 2, then you're like, okay, let me do conservatory. And you should be able to get in conservatory if you paid attention and you picked up, like, it's the fun, no, it's the funny is in the details. That's always what I try to remember. So when I'm on stage, I try to think of like plain things like.
Sorry, I don't.
6.
We're getting
So
started.
yeah, we're in
I'm
overtime,
sorry.
and
Sorry to cut you off,
I said sorry
Logan.
to
we're cutting
interrupt.
Logan off. But
guys.
either way,
it.
I found do improv, and I found Logan at C2E2, where Zyla, one of her castmates at the time, recommended her for
was
gluten.
Domino.
Yeah, we were looking for a new cast member because our cast member, one of our stars, Jen, was leaving, and so and then you came in and we hit it off. So
Well, we've got people coming. We've got the practice getting started. Logan, we'll have to talk to you more. Very interesting to hear some of yours. And
Funnies in the details.
Yeah.
very good. Heather, great to talk to you
yeah,
too.
thanks for being
Thank
on
you
the
for
show,
having
and
me.
wear that with pride. You guys could fight in the parking lot. Who's the best?
All right.
Take care.
I'm glad I changed then. I was dressed up before I got here.
So funnies in the details.